Hi and welcome to the Google Classroom tutorial. Classroom lets you communicate with your classes and easily share assignments, materials, and messages. On the left-hand side of the screen is going to be the teacher view of Google Classroom, and on the right-hand side will be the student view. We'll switch back and forth between the two. Let's go ahead and create a class. On the left-hand side, you're going to click on the addition sign and create class. Go ahead and give it a title. If you have a section or a period, go ahead and add that here and click Create. There we go. I'm taken right into my classroom. So let's navigate through this a little bit so you get comfortable with the display. On the left-hand side in the upper left corner, you have a main menu. If you click on that, you can go to your home, which is like your dashboard. If you have different classes at once, you would see a box for each class. Otherwise, the menu will take you right into the class itself. There's my classroom title, period 1-2. I can change class theme. You can't select your own as of now, but if you want to switch it up and pick a different theme, you can do that here. Okay, so I've updated my theme. You have three options at the top on the horizontal bar. You have Stream, which is like a news feed. This is a history of anything you've sent out to your students, announced or assigned. To the right of that, you have Students. This will be a list of anyone enrolled in your class. And to the right of that, you have About. You can add a title, a description, your email. Also, it includes your Google Drive folder. For every classroom that you set up, Classroom and Google Drive communicate with each other, so a Google Drive folder will be created for that classroom. It helps you keep everything organized in one place. So right now I have nothing in here because it's brand new, but anything I upload to my classroom or share will be stored in this Google Drive folder. I'm going to go ahead and click back on Stream. And while you're in Stream, on the left-hand side, it gives you an overview of any upcoming assignments. You can also select how you want your stream to appear. You can show deleted items or not. Otherwise, your stream is going to store anything that you share out with your students. And the last thing, which we'll be using in a minute, is the class code. This is what we're going to use to have students join your class. Okay? Let's jump over to the student view and use that class code. On the student's end, they're going to hit the addition sign, enter class code. So I'm looking at what my teacher gave to me, and I'm going to click Join. Once I join, I'm taken right into my pre-algebra period 1-2 classroom. The view is very similar to the teacher's. On the top left, I have my main menu. That will take me home. Any other classes I would have would be listed here. If I have a Spanish class, language arts class, all those would be given here. I can have an overview of my assignments for all my classes. It organizes it by assignments to do and assignments that are done. I can also just limit that to certain classes if I wanted to, but it's nice for students to have an overview of all their classes. And then I can jump right into one of my classes. So here I am. Somewhat similar. Horizontal menu, I have Stream, just like my teacher's. This will be anything she announces or assigns. Classmates is nice because as other students in the class join, I would have access to their name and email if we were working on something together. And then About takes me right to my students' Google Drive folder. So just like the teacher had their Google Drive folder, Classroom creates the same thing for the students. So the students' work is all going to be organized in one folder and easy to access from Google Drive or from Classroom. And I'm going to jump back to Stream. All right, let's learn how to make an announcement. So I'm on the teacher's side on the left, and I have something I want to share with my class. Okay. In the announcement, I can upload a file to attach. I can attach a Google Drive item, add YouTube video, or attach a link. So I want to attach a YouTube video to this. I can search right within Classroom. It's this first one, and I'm going to add it, and I'm going to hit post. Okay, so on my newsfeed as a teacher, there's the announcement. If you notice the 3 dots to the right, I can edit it or I can delete it. Let's look over at the student view. The student's been notified that one new item has been posted. There's my stream that's updated. There's the announcement from the teacher. The student can click on this, watch the video, and then add the comment. Once the student comments, they have those 3 dots with the option to delete it. So that's what an announcement looks like. It can create communication between the students amongst themselves or the students to the teacher. Also, as the teacher, you have some permissions that you can set in terms of this communication. If we go over to students, right here in the middle, it says students can post and comment. You can change this setting to students can only comment or only teacher can post or comment. So you might want to take a look at that depending on what you're using Classroom for, but it is supposed to be for sharing and collaborating, so it's nice to open it up and monitor what students are sharing. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at how to create an assignment. So as the teacher, I'm going to click on Assignment. I'm going to title it add my description. I can create a due date and I can add a time to that even more specifically. Just like in announcements, I can upload a file to attach for my computer. I can attach a Google Drive item, a YouTube video, or a link. So I'm going to start with the link to the Khan Academy video, which I have right here. Copy that, paste it in, and click Add. There's my link. I also want to attach my CLT terminology, which is in my Google Drive. And I'm going to add that. What's really important, anytime you're uploading a document from Google Drive, you have some options on the right. The first option is students can view file. This will give students a copy of the file as a read-only, so they won't be able to edit it. The other option is students can edit file. This will allow all your students editing and collaborating in one document. And the last one is make a copy for each student. This will distribute a copy of the document in each student's Google Drive, and individually they'll be able to edit it. So I'm going to select that option, and I'm going to click Assign. Once that goes through on the teacher's end, you notice that my view slightly changes of that assignment. It tells me how many students have completed it and how many students have not completed it. So as a teacher, you can monitor this. Also in the top right, you have 3 dots if you ever need to edit or delete the assignment. So let's switch over to the student view. The student's been notified that one new item has been posted. So I'm going to update the stream. On the left-hand side, in my assignments page, it's told me that this assignment is due tomorrow. On my stream, I'm going to go ahead and click on the assignment, combining like terms, homework 1. So I have the assignment here. I also have assignment details, so I can read through the directions. I can click on the link to watch the video. But if I go to my assignment, here's the Google Doc that my teacher's given me. So if I click on that as the student, it takes me right into my drive. So the student can work right in here, answer the questions, And then in the top right, I can click Turn In. Jumps me back to Classroom. It's going to confirm if I'm ready to turn in the work, and I'm going to add a note. This becomes a private note between the student and the teacher only. This is not shared with all the students like the announcements that have been in the stream. This is a private note. And I will turn that in. As soon as a student turns in work, ownership changes. When the student was working and creating the assignment, they had editing rights, they had the ownership, but as soon as a student submits the assignment, ownership changes to the teacher. So the student can no longer go in and edit that document. The teacher can do that. So as the student, it tells me that I've done the assignment right here. It gives me a timestamp of when that was done. It's also going to record any conversation between the teacher and I below. If for any reason the student needs to unsubmit, they can click Unsubmit, rework the assignment, and turn it in again. So let's jump to the teacher's side now. On the teacher's side, my stream is updated that one student has finished the assignment. I'll go ahead and click on that. There's my student. I also see that they wrote me a little note. So if I click on them, I see their note, Miss K, I do not understand this. Can we work on it tomorrow? Sure thing. And I can communicate back to that student. And then I can go ahead and jump into the document and take a look at what they were able to do. Okay, I can even grade it from here. So if I jump back to Classroom, right now it's not given a grade. Point value, you can change these. You don't need to choose 1, 20, 50, or 100. There's also an ungraded option. You can type in your own point value. And now I can give it a grade. Give it a 5 out of 5. And that's how you can grade within Classroom. If for whatever reason, like this student had a problem and probably needs to relearn this and work with me, I can return this assignment back to that student with a little note. I'm going to return the assignment. Now ownership has switched again. The student now has editing rights to fix it and resubmit it. Okay? So the teacher sees that the status is now returned to the student, and the student can now click on it and resubmit the work. Okay? Also, within the student view of assignments, they can add directly from their Google Drive. They can link, they can upload a file. Also, they can create a document, presentation, spreadsheet, and drawing. So as a teacher, you don't need to create the Google Doc for them in advance and send it out. The student, depending on what you're asking them, can add or create from within the assignment itself. So that's how you add assignments. Let's go ahead and take both of these back to the home page of the classroom. So as you can see, we've had an announcement, we've had an assignment. If we return home, that's what their home screen is going to look like. They can jump back in by clicking on the title of the classroom. And let's go ahead and just do one more quick peek at what their drive now looks like now that they've had an assignment done. They click on their Google Drive folder. On the left-hand side, here's Classroom. So anything listed here is a Google Classroom that they've joined. I'm in the Pre-Algebra Period 1-2, and here's my Day 1 homework. So Google Drive is going to store anything that's worked on in Classroom for the students. And similarly on the teacher side, if we jump into the teacher's Google Drive, here's the homework assignment that was sent out. And within that folder, I'm going to have a list of all the students' work. And it's automatically named by the assignment title and the student's name. So in this case, I was in as a user called temp student 1, but normally it would say the assignment title and that student's name. So that's Google Classroom. I hope you find a way to use this in your class and find it as a tool to communicate and give feedback to your students. Thanks for watching.